Well, well, well. How the turntables. Look who has turned up just as Kaylynn has got home. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We're here today with another part of Let's Play Pleasantview, and today we're in the Langerak household for round 2. So at the beginning of this round, when we were in with the Pleasant family, Daniel got caught cheating on Mary Sue with Nina Caliente. So Mary Sue has started the divorce proceedings, she refuses to be treated this way any longer, and she has kicked Daniel out of the family home. With this, thankfully, I guess you could look at it that way, Daniel was also seeing Kaylynn. So while Kaylynn was seeing both Daniel and Dawn and trying to, weigh up the pros and cons of both men, it's a situation she didn't really want to be involved in, but it just kind of happened. She took Daniel in. She was Daniel's savior in this time. And she's kind of built this up in her head that now that Daniel's moved in with her and now that he's no longer, tied to his wife in that way, maybe now Daniel and Kaylynn can build this life together. They can have the nice house. They can have the kids and the pets. And, Kaylynn can live the life that every family sim wants. Though Daniel isn't like that. So whether that happens, it remains to be seen. But this round, we're just going to try and, fathom out this new relationship with Daniel and Kaylynn together. Will they like living together? Is this something that's going to last? Or has Kaylynn got herself involved in something a bit too difficult? So Daniel is getting a bit hungry and he is just going to eat some pancakes from the shared kitchen. And he's actually off for the next 3 days. So although the household isn't doing too badly for money at the moment with the funds that Daniel has brought in, this isn't going to stay that way, especially with Kaylynn not working. So Daniel does actually have the want to gain a skill point, so I think we're either going to focus on mechanical or charisma with him, just so we can get that one step closer to earning a promotion. We also need to make some friends, and he does want to meet someone new, so, that's a thing we need to work on as well. But can we trust Daniel meeting someone new, or is it going to be another sort of person on the side for him? Kaylynn has arrived at Pepe's Pets. With the extra money that Daniel has brought into the household, I think we're going to obtain a pet, and I'm thinking a small dog. So we're going to come and buy one. Now, I am a very firm believer in adopt, don't shop, but in The Sims 2, adoption costs so much money and it is just cheaper buying it from a pet store. So we are just going to use the pet store, please don't hate me. But I am thinking a small dog would be nice for this family. They are in an apartment that doesn't have a lot of space, so a big dog, it would be unfair to keep it cooped up there. And I don't think that they're an overly cat household. Before Daniel moved out, he did buy the dog for the Pleasant family. So let's see what we fancy. A bulldog could be really nice. Like a big slobbery dog. I like that. I also really like beagles. Or I feel like Kaylynn might have like a French bulldog. I quite like the French bulldog. I do like that, and I think we might name her Princess. Is it a her? Yeah, she's a her. Yeah, I think we might name her Princess because Kaylynn is a fan of pink. Doofus, Hyper, Cowardly, and Pigpen. Yeah, we can keep that. We'll keep Princess like that. So we are going to buy Princess. Oh, she's just gone. She is just over here having the time of her life. I love that. We're also going to buy Princess a collar, just so, she has one. Because I don't want Princess to run away. So I think we'll get Princess like a nice pink collar. I don't know if that one has bones on it, because I don't want to get her like a cat collar. I think that one's flowers. We'll get this one for Princess. Cute! So we have got Princess Langerak, who's chasing her tail. How sweet. That's a really bad angle of her. But how cute is Princess though? So that's something. I mean, Daniel has literally just moved into the apartment and Kaylynn is already making big financial decisions with what's effectively his money. So that might be a bit of a bone of contention for him. But we'll see how it goes. Well, well, well. How the turntables. Look who has turned up just as Kaylynn has got home. I think we're going to play with fire. We are going to greet Dom. We're going to be like, what are you doing here? Like, you know I live with Daniel now. You can't come round like this. You know, Kaylynn and Dawn have had some rocky times before. You know, she's not too upset to see him, though. Like, Daniel's literally just in there. Yeah, we're going to chat with Dom. We're going to be like, look, you can't be around here. You can't come visit me unannounced. You know, we can't have the same relationship that we had before. You know, I'm with Daniel. I'm starting a new life. And, you know, I want this to go well. And I can't jeopardize that. So then we're just going to ask him to leave. I mean, Don is a player. You know, he's not going to take this lying down. If he thinks he can still get Kaylynn, he is going to try. So Daniel has just gained his mechanical skill point and he has just had his shower. But now he can see that Kaylynn is playing with this dog. So he is going to come and chat to her and just be like, look, what is going on? Why do we have a random dog in the house? Like, you don't have a dog. I'm going to get her to stop playing Razzle just now. Yeah, like, you don't have a dog. Where did this dog come from? Whose dog is it? And Kaylynn is really excited about this. She's going to be like, well, it's our dog. Like, I bought this for us. Meet Princess. And Daniel, he's not into this at all. So we're going to argue with Kaylynn. I mean, we're not even a serious couple. You know, yes, we're having fun together. And yes, he appreciates Kaylynn letting us stay here. But, you know, this is his money that she's spending. She is making lifelong decisions. You know, a dog is not just like a short-term thing. Like, dogs can live like 10 plus years. And we can't be doing that. You know, she can't just make these sort of decisions on a whim. And Daniel's not really sure how to feel about this. You know, he has just come out of a marriage that's not even properly finished. And then Kaylynn is trying to progress things far too fast. You know, he doesn't want to bite the hand that feeds him because he does appreciate everything that Kaylynn has done for him. So, you know, he is going to apologize and say he's sorry. But, you know, she needs to talk about these things with him before she just goes out and does them. Princess, please, this is not the time. Daniel does have the want to make a friend. So Crystal and Stuart here have been in the hot tub all day. So Daniel's just going to come in third wheel with them. Hopefully this will get his fun up and then hopefully he'll be able to forge a connection. He also feels it's important to kind of get to know the neighbours a little bit. Just because he is moving in here and he does kind of want to get them on side. Although Daniel is, you know, scam in sim form, he does have a sense of charisma and he does have a personality that can charm people and lure them in. Oh my gosh, is she naked? We really did third wheel on this. No wonder they've left. Sorry, guys. It is a new day and Daniel has the same disgusting wants that he always does. He does want 3 loves at once, and I do think that's something that I'd like to pursue with him. Also, I would just like to point out how close him and Dawn are. I mean, I would have considered those sort of, not enemies as such, but, you know, I can kind of see them vying for the same women, I mean, clearly. But I also think it's quite funny that they are friends, just because their personalities are so similar. Like, they're both absolutely trash sims, so no wonder they enjoy each other. But I'm just going to have a look through his relationships and see if we have someone that we could maybe, you know, pursue. Mary Sue's not going to be one of them, obviously. Maybe Crystal. She's one of our neighbours. That could be... Oops, I didn't mean to click on the landlord. That could be an option. I might keep an eye out for her and just see if we can, like, build that friendship. I am actually just going to ask Crystal to come out of her apartment. I mean, I don't care if I come across as desperate. I have no time to wait for like a non-playable sim to do what I want them to. Like, if I can manipulate the situation, I absolutely will. So we're just gonna chat things up with Crystal, see if she likes us. I mean, oh, Crystal's currently at work. Try again later. I mean, rude. The worst thing about making Kaylynn a secondary knowledge is she's getting really boring wants. She wants to write a novel, which could be quite cool, so I'm going to lock that in for her. Then she just wants to talk about her hobby, go fishing, and buy a refrigerator. Like, Kaylynn, can you not want to do something a bit more dramatic? Like, Daniel is out here giving us all the spice we need, and then you're here just wanting to go fishing. Like, please, give me something to work with, Kaylynn. So Mary Sue has turned up at the apartment, and she's not looking too pleased. So if we remember, at the end of the Pleasant round, after Mary Sue kicked out Daniel, we did see her throwing up. So Mary Sue is pregnant. Her and Daniel got frisky before the whole thing with Nina happened, and Mary Sue is pregnant. Does she know this? Is this why she's coming to the apartment? Like, obviously she knows Daniel's moved here. He told her this is where he'd be, just in case, like, the girls needed him or she needed him. We have to greet her. We have to see what she has to say. So let's go greet her. Daniel and Mary Sue are actually getting on really well. Oh, wow. Okay, bye, Mary Sue. Yep, she has come to throw up directly in our bathroom. How awkward. Thankfully, Kaylynn... Oh, Daniel, don't do this. Don't do this. Oh, he is turning on the charm. They've been getting on really well. She has just absolutely destroyed our bathroom. But I don't think Daniel's really... Wow, the smooth talk works wonders. Oh my gosh. So they're autonomously flirting. I was just about to say, I don't think that Daniel is ready to give up this marriage. As much as him and Mary Sue have had their issues, and as much as Daniel has been, you know, a filthy, dirty cheat and is playing away from home, you know, him and Mary Sue have built a really good life together. They have a lovely home. They had a good marriage. They had a really good life together, and Daniel's recklessness is what got rid of this. So it looks like Daniel and Mary Sue are actually patching things up. So I think it's important they have a discussion just before they continue to ruin everything. Do not give her a back rub in Kaylynn's apartment, please. It's bad enough you've kissed. But they're going to have a conversation. They need to iron some things out. You know, Mary Sue needs to tell him about the pregnancy, because this is going to really affect how they move forward. Before, when it was just the twins and them, it was easier to make a break. Like, the girls are going to be going to university soon, and they could just go their separate ways. But now they have another life to think about. They have another child on the way. And with this connection, you know, strengthening, and with this being something that's going to bond them for another 18 years at least, you know, it's not quite as easy to say goodbye. So it kind of looks like they're trying to reconcile, and I'm not mad about it. I feel so sorry for Kaylynn though, but at the same time, Kaylynn was a fling for Daniel. Daniel never envisioned this going much further, so he is going to put the effort in with Mary Sue. Mary Sue is on her way home. They have made massive strides in terms of their relationship. They're not back to being in love yet, but they are in a much better place than they were before. Things are looking like Daniel and Mary Sue could be getting back together. You know, Daniel now knows about the pregnancy, and now he has to decide whether he's going to tell Kaylynn about Mary Sue being pregnant, or if he's going to keep it under wraps and just see where this goes. Now, if Daniel was given the option to move back into the Pleasant house today, he would take it in a heartbeat. You know, he doesn't want to go through the sort of rigmarole of getting a divorce. He doesn't want to lose everything he had. That was never his intention. So I think he might keep things with Mary Sue on the down low just now, just until he knows that he is definitely back in the Pleasant house. He can't annoy Kaylynn too much yet, otherwise he'll be kicked out of his second house in a week, you know? I do really feel quite sorry for Kaylynn in all this though. She did think she was on to a winner with Daniel, and she did think that after Mary Sue kicked him out, this was going to be the start of something amazing for her. I mean, as far as she knows, nothing's changed. As far as she knows, her and Daniel are still, you know, working to this great future. But, you know, in reality, he's just using Kaylynn, and that is really sad. She doesn't deserve it. I mean, the two men that she's fallen for, like Dawn and Daniel, they are both horrible, horrible Sims. They don't want a long-term committed relationship with her, and that's what Kaylynn wants. She wants to put down roots and have this family and, you know, have the wonderful husband who dotes on her and has eyes for nobody but her. But she is not going to find that with Daniel and Dawn, and it's just so sad. I mean, I think in her heart she can probably see that this is not what she needs or what she wants, but it's hard to let go of the fantasy of it all. Kaylynn and Daniel have spent almost no time together today, and that's not really something that Kaylynn envisioned happening. So, you know, they're just relaxing together. They're going to talk about their day. Daniel is being quite cagey, and Kaylynn can see this, and it's not doing wonders for the relationship. You know, she's trying to talk about their divorce or Daniel's divorce and trying to see where he is on this. I mean, Kaylynn understands this is a massive life change that he's going through, and, you know, she's quite an emotional person, and she likes to talk about these things and, you know, work on her issues like that, whereas Daniel is very closed off to Kaylynn, and he is not willing to discuss anything sort of important with her. So Kaylynn kind of pushes things with him and tells him, you know, if we're going to make this relationship work, Daniel, we have to communicate together. You know, we can't start a relationship together where we don't talk to one another. We don't know what's going on. We can't keep secrets like this from one another. And this is putting Daniel in a very awkward position because he can see clearly that Kaylynn is expecting much more from this than he is. You know, this is a place to crash for Daniel. You know, he doesn't want to lose friends over it or anything, but this is not, like, wedding bells are not ringing. You know, there's not anything serious in the future for Daniel and Kaylynn as far as he's concerned, where Kaylynn can't see that. She is just, she's off in fantasy land in terms of this relationship, and she is willing to do anything to keep Daniel by her side, and it's going to end in tears. But they're just going to end the night here, and, you know, we'll see what tomorrow brings. So it is the next morning, and Daniel has come to the leisure centre just to kind of clear his head. He came with the idea of working out, but he has bumped into his sister Jennifer, so they're kind of just talking things over. Now, Jennifer has heard about the possible divorce of Daniel and Mary Sue, the separation, I suppose we should call it. And she's clearly bored with the situation. You know, Daniel and Mary Sue have had a very, not quite on again, off again relationship, but Daniel has been causing issues in the marriage for years, and Jennifer knows this. So she's kind of giving Daniel the talk to, like, back up his ideas. You know, you've made your bed, you have to lie in it. Like, you have taken Mary Sue for granted for years, and you have to, you know, either accept that it's over and done with, or you have to fight for it if you want to keep your marriage going. So he's talking things over, and he is telling Jennifer that, you know, he did have a good conversation with Mary Sue yesterday. They're on much better terms, and hopefully they will be able to patch things up. You know, he's telling Jennifer, by the end of the week, I'm hoping I will be back in the Pleasant house. I'll be back with my feet under the dining table where I belong. I'm just going to kind of ignore Herb, just like eavesdropping massively here. But Jennifer's not entirely convinced. You know, Mary Sue's a strong-minded woman, and she's not entirely sure that, you know, Mary Sue can be fooled by Daniel's charm that much longer. Though what Daniel hasn't told her is that Mary Sue's pregnant. You know, there's another element to all this. You know, there's another thing they have to work on. So he's going to come and greet her because he doesn't want to be in bad relationship with Herb and Coral. And he's just going to come and chat with him as well. So again, Mary Sue will have told Herb and Coral about the separation. And Herb is also a womanizer, so he can 100% tell that Daniel has been playing away. But he's not going to lecture Daniel or anything. Like, they don't really have that kind of relationship. Herb just wants a quiet life. Herb just wants to have a simple time. You know, he doesn't want any aggravation or anything. He's just telling Daniel, you know, do what you have to do. You know, make things right. Do what you feel is right to do. And if you end up back with my daughter, that's fine. We can put the past behind us. If you don't, I mean, you know, I'm not going to hold any hostility towards you. And that's about as good a outcome as Daniel could have hoped from this anyway. Though he is feeling pretty confident about the whole situation. Daniel is home and Kaylynn is still none the wiser. She just assumed that Daniel went out for a jog or something. She doesn't know that he is, you know, putting things in motion to get back with Mary Sue. And this is going to completely blindside her when it does. You know, she's interested in being romantic with Daniel and he has just turned on the sports. If that doesn't just tell you where Daniel's mind is at in terms of Kaylynn, I don't know what will. In terms of Kaylynn's wants though, she again doesn't really want to do anything interesting. She has no wants for a job, no wants for a baby, no wants for any, you know, dates or anything, and it is just a little bit rubbish. I kind of wish she was getting more family wants, but I guess we're just going to... Oh, we're going to scald for hostility towards others. We don't want Princess to be a nasty dog. And I guess we're just going to take care of things. Daniel does want to become friends with Crystal, so I'm hoping she will be hiding somewhere. I'm going to ask her to come out and hopefully, you know, build a relationship before it is too late. Also, in terms of my postbox, or my mailbox, sorry, I have found that it is one of my default mailbox that's causing issues, but it looks like Sheldon can't deliver any mail, so I don't think we're gonna get bills, which is, you know, a plus side of the whole thing. That weird person that Daniel made friends with, I can't remember his name, but he's been harassing me constantly because I've not been talking to him, and he has invited us on an outing downtown, and I think we're gonna say yes just because Daniel does need to make friends. He's not going to bring Kaylynn though. Oh, Caesar, don't be rude. Yeah, he's not going to bring Kaylynn with him just because, you know, on the off chance Mary Sue or something is taken to the outing, he doesn't want to give her any more ammunition. So I guess we'll maybe go to Lucky Shack Cards and Drinks. That sounds like a fun place to go. Though it is like 3 p.m. on a Thursday, so, you know, maybe not. So we've arrived at Lucky Shack Cards and Drinks, and this was like a clown car of a taxi. So the guy whose name I couldn't remember is Ren Carr. We also have Brandon Lilliard. We had, oh, that's Daniel. We had Jan Tellerman. We had Amber Gibson, and I'm pretty sure that's Comey Tellerman hiding. Yeah. So I guess we're gonna talk to Jan. Actually, we'll try and make friends with her. She is attracted to us, which is a bonus. And Daniel is 100% the kind of person who, if there's the option between talking to male and female, he will talk to females because he is scum. So I guess we're just going to try and work on our outing and see what we can do. Greetings, Daniel. Your landlord and I go way back. I'll have a word and make sure your landlord lowers your rent. Also, I did see that fart, Solveig, so don't even attempt to say it's not you. Lower rent is definitely cool. I do hope that's a bonus that lasts after Daniel moves out, because realistically he is going to move out. Though I'm surprised Kaylynn, oh gosh, not Kaylynn. I'm surprised Jan gave us that little perk because our relationship's not actually going too well with her. Though Dina is here. We don't really have any chemistry with her though, but I mean, I guess it would be nice if we were friends with Dina. Though this is going to be a really bad outing. Oh, Daniel, it looks like you're gaining some fame now. More and more people are starting to see that you're a good sim. Some good things may be coming your way soon. If Daniel is a good sim, then I am the Queen of Sheba. That is ridiculous. He is the worst sim ever. This had potential, but we might have had more fun if you put some effort into it. Well, Jan, get out. I do not care. That was a bad outing, but we got cheaper rent out of it. So, I mean, pros and cons. This was a bit of a bust though, so I do think we're just going to go home. I am not really interested in making friends with any of these people, especially not Jan. Oh, hey Kaylynn, you seem like a pretty insightful person. I'm developing a new product and I'd be interested to hear your feedback on it. Here's a free sample for you to mess around with. Why are there two wolves, Caesar and Popple? What have I missed? So Daniel's on his way home. He'll be about 4 hours. So we've just been talking to Trent, who has given us a pancake TV. That is pretty cool. I think I might sell it though. It's a bit too big for the apartment and we could use the money, especially if Daniel is going to be moving back out. So, I mean, that's nice. Thank you, Trent. Oh, there's Crystal. She'd actually probably be a good match for Dawn if we've not already been there. Because by the looks of her overall, she does work in the medical career, which is where Dawn is. So that's something we need to keep in mind for next time we play Dom. Princess is just over here chilling on the bed. She's so cute. I'm glad we got Princess. I can't really see her because I'm stuck in the curtains. But yeah, she's really sweet. So at least like Kaylynn's gonna have some company when Daniel goes. I think our mail carrier might be glitched because he's not moved all day. So big yikes, poor Sheldon. So Daniel is home and him and Kaylynn are just relaxing in bed and kind of talking about their day. It's the same scenario as last night. Daniel's not really telling her anything of substance. You know, she's asking him all about how the card game was, how his outing was, if he's doing okay. And Daniel's just kind of brushing her off with kind of blasé answers, kind of like so-so things. And he's trying to keep as much distance between them as he can. And Kaylynn can kind of see that. She's feeling a bit hurt, but she does understand that Daniel is going through a lot, so she doesn't really want to push it. She does want to give him the chance to heal and move on so they can build their relationship in the best possible way. But little does she know that Daniel's probably not going to be here next round. But that is the end of day 3. Their energy is pretty much wiped out, so we are going to send them to bed. And that is the end of the Langerak round. I'm not going to press play because there is a lightning storm happening and it keeps making quite bright flashes, like more so than normal. And I don't want to like trigger anyone with epilepsy or anything. But let me know your thoughts down below. How do you feel about the whole Daniel and Kaylynn situation? Also, what would you do with Kaylynn now? So Daniel's not really an option with her anymore because chances are he is going to be moving back in with Mary Sue in the next round. When we go play Mary Sue again, she's probably going to have Daniel move back in. So Kaylynn's not really been rolling any interesting wants. So, I mean, we can pursue her skills, absolutely. But what do you like to do with your Kaylynn? Give me some advice down below. Because, I mean, my whole plan for Kaylynn was Daniel. And that's kind of backfired. So, that's kind of where we are. I hope you have enjoyed this part. I'm sorry if there's not too much sort of interesting things happening. It's been quite a lot of story. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have any suggestions or any tips or anything, let me know. And yeah, I will see you all in the very next video. So thank you for watching. Bye!